This episode was sponsored by BetterHelp.
Hey guys, welcome to Nerd Locker Podcast, your entertainment podcast where we break down the latest in movies, television, video games, and more. My name is Adam.
And I'm Oliver.
And today we're going to go over not only Creature Commandos, but Skeleton Crew.
Yeah.
Plus some other things we're just going to talk about. So we're going to give a quick rundown of these episodes. Like we said, guys, we're moving to a new podcast format going forward. So as we go on with this, we're going to talk less about these things that we cover and more about us, because I think it just it blends better. It helps us more. It takes a load off of us, but we also get to update you guys on our thoughts on some things. So we're gonna go over some brief little things. So let's start with Skeleton Crew. We get episode 4, which is can't remember no Atten.
No Atten.
And
that we've heard multiple times.
We get more of, so they get to this this planet that I think is at Atten, which is actually at Akron. Can you turn up that light real fast?
Oh, sure.
Sorry guys, if Oliver's a little more
There we go.
orange for that little bit. But we are at Akron, and we meet up with these other kids that are also like soldiers, led by an adult that kind of like throws kids to the front lines.
Kind of weird.
Kind of like the Jedi. Throwing survivors out there, like we found out with the Ahsoka series. So there's a lot of mirroring there, but it's kind of weird because if we think about this, so we saw a breakdown from New Rockstars where they talked about all these different places and how they kind of like have real world associations to us. So like that's kind of weird. Are we gonna get our first like, is the Old Republic our world? Like, are we gonna like get like a world similar to like, I don't know. It's just very weird.
It's really odd.
This seems so like left field out of Star Wars canon, where I don't know where this is going to fit into the narrative that we're watching right now.
Honestly, this episode itself was kind of meh to me.
Yeah, it wasn't the best episode.
Yeah,
like,
it was all right.
This show was really not.
There's a lot of shit happening. I
Like,
love the elephant guy.
In my way, it went like duh.
I love the elephant guy. The elephant guy is the highlight of the episode.
Neil,
yeah, and he's showing his colors, and it's great.
A lot of this just doesn't make
But
sense to me.
there's so much kids. We got another kid. There's so many kids.
I'm not about this, but what I am about is DC side. Creature Commandos.
Creature Commandos looks dope. That was
We got the Weasel episode.
we got Weasel stuff.
And
that was awesome.
It hit hard.
It hit hard.
For Weasel, you like really got
For
into
someone
this.
that has zero fucking dialogue, I don't want Weasel to die.
Yeah. So guys, we get more into like Weasel killing 27 children, which is actually technically 8, and he didn't kill
them. He saved them.
Yeah.
Spoiler alert, by the way.
Not even he saved them. He tried
to save one.
So we find out that Weasel was like at this school where he befriended a bunch of small kids and like kind of became their pet. And they venture into the school where they mess with some alcohol that they find from the teacher's desk, as well as some matches for some reason, and it ends up turning really bad.
These aren't very smart kids.
Yeah. And this one homeless guy kind of like tries to save them, but ends up like kind of killing these kids inadvertently.
Yeah.
And it really fucks with Weasel, and like it just shows so much more backstory.
And he like calls the cops and all
but
this.
Knowing James Gunn is going to kill Weasel. But we also get a lot of Cerci and what she saw with like a future where this princess is going to kill everyone, and we got to see our first ever, at least DC canon to this date, of our Wonder Woman, our Superman,
our Batman,
our Peacemaker, which we already know is going to be John Cena. We got Hawk Girl. We got
what's that other guy? Yeah.
So we got a lot of our characters that are coming forward, and like in this, we can't really tell from like the animation who these characters are. Like, I'm hoping Jensen Ackles or Batman, but whatever. So we get like a lot of these dead heroes. So we don't know really where that's going, but it seems to be interesting going forward.
Mm-hmm.
James Gunn's really pulling it out of the park. Before we go to our quick sponsor, speaking of James Gunn, today we got our trailer
for Superman. Looks intense.
Dude,
it looks intense.
Guys, Superman's trailer release, teaser trailer, by the way, not even full trailer.
And there was so much though.
Yeah, and we got to see our Superman not only get the fucking shit beat out of him. We get Crypto. We get Guy
We got
Gardner's
so much.
Green Lantern. We get Hawkgirl. We get Lex Luthor. We get Lois Lane. We get Metamorpho. We get Mr. Terrific. Guys, oh my god. We get
So much.
Ultraman, which might end up being just a Superman clone, aka Bizarro. Like, we are getting so much shit in this
It's
whole
gonna be like
fucking
a
first
10-hour movie. We're gonna need an intermission in the
This is
middle
gonna
of the
be
movie.
monumental,
Yeah.
and the fact that we also know we're gonna get Rick Flag Sr. from Creature Commandos in this from Frank Grillo. Like, oh my god, guys, this is fucking nuts. James Gunn said this movie is going to determine the next 10 years. If this does well, 10 years are set. So like he is banking on this movie.
He is, yeah. That's crazy.
Honestly, I think he's gonna fucking knock it out of the park, dude.
Still can't do that sound.
Like, he is going to knock it out of the fucking park, guys.
Yeah,
Like,
that's
just
wild.
To go down the cast list real fast, David Cornsweet as our Superman. We have Rachel Brosnahan as Lois Lane. We have Nicholas Hoult as our Lex Luthor.
Mm-hmm.
We have Isabella Merced as Hawkgirl. We have Nathan Fillion as Guy Gardner.
Mm-hmm.
We have Edie Gedhehi as Mr. Terrific. And we have Crypto the Superdog as a very good boy. This is
Oh, there's a dog. I didn't know Superman had a dog, honestly.
Yeah, Crypto, yeah.
I didn't know that. I had no idea.
Legion of Super Pets that came out, or League of Super Pets, with Dwayne The Rock Johnson and Kevin Hart. Never watched it.
Nope.
All right, well, this guy's uneducated.
Sorry.
But before we get into some other tidbits, here is a word from our sponsor.
And thank you to BetterHelp for sponsoring this video. With BetterHelp, you could tap into a network of 30,000 licensed and experienced therapists who, can help you with a wide range of issues. And like, when you start out, you answer a few questions, and any preferences you have for therapy, whether it be for a certain thing you want to try to get over, whether it be maybe too sporadic, anxiety, paranoia, whatever it is that you guys are going through, you can find the right therapist for you by just answering a couple of simple questions. And you can also talk to the therapist that fits mostly for you. If you find out you're not a fit with this therapist, or it's someone that you don't really want to talk to, or just maybe doesn't get you, you're able to change any time, any place, completely for free, which is, I think, in my case, a really cool thing. As well as you can get via text with your therapist, you can do video call, you can do just phone call. So like, it's whatever you really feel, and you could change it up every single week. If you want to like tell your therapist, hey, I don't think I have time to take a video call, can I just take a phone call on the drive back from work? Like, you can just talk to your therapist whenever you need to unwind and make those schedules for yourself. So it's really cool.
Exactly what Adam said. You can message your therapist at any time and schedule live sessions when it's convenient for you. If your therapist isn't right fit for any reason, you can switch it to a new therapist that is a more accustomed to your liking for no additional charge. With BetterHelp, you can get the same professionalism and quality to expect in an in-office therapy session, but with a therapist who is custom picked for you. More scheduling flexibility and at a more affordable price. Get 10% off of your first month at betterhelp.com/nerdlocker. Again, that's 10% off betterhelp.com/nerdlocker, and we will have the link down below in the description.
Remember, guys, mental health is just as important as your physical health. Keep yourselves in check.
And we're back. So, a couple more tidbits, guys. So, Sonic 3 hasn't even hit theaters yet.
But Sonic 4.
Sonic 4 has been released.
Yeah.
Or
Or announced.
2027. 3 years from now.
Wild. That's crazy to me.
So obviously I scroll through my Instagram, and sometimes, obviously it's pictures, guys, but I get like pictures of things, and I saw some spoilers from the end of Sonic. I can either spoil it now. You watched everything up till now?
Yep.
So you want to keep it a secret? Or do you care what like Sonic 4 is teased to be?
Nah, you can go ahead and say it.
Okay. So apparently, guys, spoilers for anyone that does not want to know what the post-credit scene for Sonic 3 is. But I did get spoiled by it just by scrolling through. I'm like, oh, you know what? That's actually really fucking cool because the design looks fucking amazing. So apparently at the end of Sonic 3, we are going to get some kind of tease of Amy from the series.
Cool.
And apparently Sonic's can get ambushed by a whole bunch of metal Sonics.
Nice. Okay.
Yeah.
I thought
So
so.
and apparently I saw a design, I was like, yo, that's what if this is true, because it was very grainy, I was like, it could be fake. If this is true, guys, it looks so true to character, and it's just so crazy to think like they could have fucked up this franchise with that original design of Sonic. And how far they have now gotten to where they have like 3 movies, a show, and a 4th movie coming out. Like, they have a franchise
I know. Yeah.
just by changing a design, because the storyline probably wouldn't have been different, but like the design of the Metal Sonic would have been different, Shadow would have been different, Tails would
all
have
of
been
them.
different,
Yeah.
Knuckles,
They all would
yeah.
have been.
So like they definitely had the correct writers, and the animators tried to make it more realistic, but you don't need to, because you have like Looney Tunes and Who Framed Roger Rabbit, where it's like you don't need
Fine.
that, yeah. So I'm very excited for this.
And Space Jam. Sorry,
Yeah.
I had to think of another.
I
example.
really do like the Sonic series.
I
as
like it.
movies.
So far, I'm liking it.
Yeah.
I saw Knuckles. I saw Sonic 1 and 2.
Yeah.
And they were honestly super fun movies. I'm looking forward to for the third one.
Yep.
When does that come out? Do you know?
3rd one is this weekend.
Okay, this weekend.
Yeah.
And then
Today.
Yeah, and then,
It technically came out today. Thursday, yeah.
yeah, Thursday.
So,
Yeah.
yeah.
But yeah, I'm looking forward for the 4th one.
And then, guys, also another thing is rumored Nicolas Cage is supposed to come back as Ghost Rider in an upcoming MCU project.
So silly.
Well, we have Robert Downey Jr. come back as Doctor Doom. We know Chris Evans is confirmed to come back as some kind of character.
Mm-hmm.
We already know Nicolas Cage was supposed to be in Deadpool and Wolverine, but it got cut. So, like, they could have filmed the footage and just...
I know.
Yeah. So, like, it could just be that. But also it's Spider-Man Noir and everything else. I don't know. Going off... Okay, so we're going to do a little bit of segue. So, going still Disney, kind of. We saw that Lilo and Stitch released another trailer, which was based on The Lion King. So they are definitely doing exactly what they did 20 years ago when Lilo and Stitch came out. They were mimicking and like copying and making fun of other Disney movies.
Right.
So we've gotten Moana, and now we got this one. So we'll see what else we get.
I know. There's
leading
gonna be
up into
probably
May.
another one.
Yeah, they have they do it every 2 weeks. They can span a lot of movies,
That's
because if
interesting.
Moana is part of this, like they still have all of those other Disney properties. Obviously, no Pixar, but definitely Disney.
Interesting.
And then one other thing I wanted to segue into, kind of Disney, because it has some a Disney actor, but A24 is coming out with a new movie called Death of a Unicorn.
Right. We saw the trailer for that
we watched the
today,
trailer to this.
and it looks really good.
It looks fucking great.
It looks
dude.
really fun.
Paul
like
Rudd, Jenna Ortega.
Mhm.
Who else is in it?
the other guy, I
I
have no idea.
hold on. Will Poultier and Richard Grant. Richard.
Oh, yeah.
So we have a really good star-studded lineup. It is basically what you think, a Death of a Unicorn, and it is fucking crazy.
It's so cool.
It's A24, guys. It's nuts. It's
It
fucking
looks
crazy, yeah.
so.
So
I'm interested.
I am very interested. Okay, so guys, we like we said, we are going to be going through a lot of transition with the podcast. We're gonna move over into some other things, talking more about us, and then also, when are you going? Not here. You're going to. Where are you going? Not Brazil. You're going to.
Not Brazil again.
No, where are you going?
Oh, next month?
Yeah.
I'm going to Jamaica, man.
So he's going to be going to Jamaica, guys. When he gets back from Jamaica, that's going to be our new format.
Yeah, probably.
we're gonna be
I'll probably
swapped
have
on
a
sides.
little bit of a story, maybe.
Yeah, he's going to be on this side. I'm going to be on that side like it used to be. But we're going to go into our longer format. It's going to be really cool and different.
Give me some news.
But until then, we're going to be covering Creature Commandos and may or may not with Skeleton Crew. Really got to tell.
I don't know, dude. It's
I'm gonna
starting
give
to
it
go
another-
a little bit downhill for
It's going
me.
to go another episode before we decide what we're going to do with that.
What do you rate Skeleton Crew this episode?
Ooh, actually, yeah. I would rate Skeleton Crew. This episode was a 5.
I'm going 4.
I'm gonna go 5, and Creature Commandos fucking 9. 9, dude. No, 9. Yeah, 9 because I want more Weasel, but 9. I
I'll
want
agree.
more out of the story.
I'll agree with 9 because I need more Weasel action.
Yeah.
It's crazy how much like a character could have 0 dialogue but yet be beloved by so many people.
It's the cute aspect. It's the seeing the innocence in him. It's also just the humor of like licking himself and shit
I know,
like that.
yeah,
Yeah, it's
licking
like,
his
it's crazy. Yeah.
his dick.
But other than that, guys, we will see you next week when we go over the
Another
next
2 episodes. Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe we'll see Craven by then. And if not, what else has come out? We haven't seen Moana 2. I haven't seen Moana 2.
I haven't seen it
Sorry,
either.
guys, but we're probably gonna skip over that. But maybe we'll see Craven by next week. We'll see what ends up happening.
Let's see what happens.
Until then, where can they find you?
You can find me on the Sphere 21 on any social media platform, including Twitch, where I live stream video games, and on TikTok, I'm Oliver Convier.
And you can find me at AMR Photography.
What?
You can find this studio, Archangel Studios Official, and you can find this podcast at Nerd Locker Podcast, wherever you find your podcasts. And we'll see you guys next time. Peace.